Hi everybody, so in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 10 apps that helped me along my language learning journey. I have been learning Spanish for a year and a few months, and I think I am at intermediate level. I I can speak without thinking basically. So I'm not sure that if that's intermediate, but anyways, the first app is, I have my book right here, so I might be looking down. The first app is Duolingo. No surprise. Um, I used Duolingo when I just started learning Spanish. Um, it was, I think it helped a lot, but currently I don't use it anymore because I just feel like it did not grow with me. So what it's trying to teach me is still basic and I've already passed it. And I'm not sure how to change the level to intermediate. So I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I don't know how to do it. So if you know how to do it, let me know. But Duolingo is very good for beginners. I learned a lot from there. The next app is Anki. Anki is basically flashcards. So flashcards on your phone. I don't know how else to say. So you would input the word that you want to learn or the phrase, and then you would put the translation on the back of the card. Now you can put in your own words or you can download lists from the app itself. So I have my own list, and also I use list that, or deck that was previously on the app. That will make it much easier. And now with Anki, if it notices that you don't know the meaning of that word, it will keep on bringing it up more often, so you can learn the word or the phrase. I don't know how else to explain it. The next app is Conjugato. I still presently use Conjugato. I love Conjugato. I don't know if I said it correctly, or Conjugato, probably. I don't know. But in English, it's Conjugato. That's what I'm gonna say. Conjugato is basically the most used words and the translation on the different tenses of the commonly used verbs. So it have the present tense, past tense, conditional, imperative, and the subjunctive, and some other tenses. But that's the ones that I mainly use because that's the one that I mainly hear in conversation. But it's a very good app. Before I used that app, I used to write down the verbs and the conjugations for the different tenses. But then once I discovered that app, it was like no-brainer for me to use it, so I didn't have to waste my time writing down. I could just go in the app and see what the translations are in the different tenses and for the different subjects as well. Like yo, tú, y nosotros, y whatever. The next app is Palabra Correcta. I like Palabra Correcta. I still use it currently. It teaches you things, and then at the end there's a quiz. So it's a good app. The next app is Pimsler. Pimsler is a very good app. I don't know what to say. It to me it boosts your confidence because the way they structure the app, I don't know how, but it gets you speaking, basically. It gets you speaking early on. So I use Pims. I don't currently use it, but I used to use it and it was a big push for me. I would definitely recommend Pims. The next one is Italki. That is where you go to meet native Spanish speakers. So it's kind of structured in a way to me like a teacher student kind of setting. I used it once and it was good. I used a 30-minute session and it was relatively cheap. Yeah, as I say, for you to learn a language you need to speak, and if you don't have anybody to speak with, you can definitely use italki. You can meet people from all over the place. I had spoken to a lady from Colombia. Next one is reversal context. I think that one is similar to Palabra Correcta, but I still use it, and it's great. I don't know how else to describe the app, but just great. It teaches you things, and at the end of it, it has the list of the words that you know, and it will test you on them. So I like it. The next app is Lyrica. I just started using that app, honestly, and I love it. I have learned a lot of Spanish through music, and this app is basically learn Spanish through music, basically. So it would have the whole verse, and you would have to look at the translation. And it also helps if you're listening, because they would give you a line in the song, and then they would ask you to put the corresponding the next line in the song. So you learn in songs and you learn in vocabulary, and it also has the English translation. I love Lyrica. I use it all the time. The next app is Hello Talk. So basically, this is a language exchange where you go to meet people of your target language, and these people also want to learn your language. So basically, it's a language exchange. I would say that you would need a level of Spanish to be able to communicate with these people, because if they cannot speak nothing in English and you cannot speak anything in Spanish, like how are you going to exchange? Like somebody has to be at a little level. But I love Hello Talk. I have met a lot of people on there. I have met really good friends on there, still friends with them, and it's a good app where you can meet native speakers. And the app structured in a way that when you chat and you make an error, they can correct you, and you can see the correction that they make. Like you would see like a red line through it, and then the green would be the correction. The next app is Word Reference. I would think that is my favorite app. I think that is my favorite app. Um, Word Reference, when you put in, like sometimes you put in a word in Google Translate or something, and for example, you put in like in Word Reference, when you put in boy, it would tell you boy is the conjugated form of id for in the first person singular. Like it would give you everything. It would not just tell you I go. It would tell you the root verb or the infinitive is id, and boy is the conjugated form for the first person singular. And also it would give you different uses of boy. For example, if there are specific phrases that you use, with boy, it will give it to you. It will also give you all the other conjugations for all the other subjects, and it just explains everything. It gives you like the back information instead of just giving you I go, you know so I like Word Reference for that. So that's my preferred dictionary, to be honest, or my translation app. That's my preferred one. And the next one is just a simple, I think it came with my iPhone, I'm not sure, but the translation app on my iPhone. So I use that all the time. So these are the apps that I have been using to help me to learn Spanish. As I said, I am at intermediate level currently, and I am working my way up to be fluent very soon. And if anybody is learning languages, they would know that intermediate to fluent is the hardest thing. So that's what I'm working on right now. But these are the apps that helped me to reach the level that I am. I hope it helps somebody, and I hope you will use it. If anybody use any of these apps, please let me know, to see your progress. Thank you. Adios.